Dr. Joel Fisher back on the phone here. See if Bridlewood Winery was in attendance or if they were a no-show. That's when I just looked on his schedule. I had to find out what's going on.
Oh, that's a personal favorite of mine. They make
I love that one in Santa Barbara County, huh?
With Viognier.
Yes, in Syrah, right?
One of my favorites.
Good stuff over there. Where are we headed, Paul Stern?
We're headed to where maple sugar comes from, and that would be our good friend Burr Morse.
Hey, Burr Morris is going to be talking. It's finally we get back to something that we want to talk about here, and that's good maple sugar. And is this the time of year, Burr, for maple sugar? I mean, we're talking about it, but he's from Morse Farm Maple Sugar Works. Welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you. Good morning, Mike and Paul.
I love your sound of your voice. You're in central Vermont, and you bring a smile to my face. I love that.
Well, hope it's not too cold to smile. And then speaking of which, it's cold here today.
No, come on. When's it going to? When is summertime going to happen?
Oh boy, we've had it. We've already had it. I think that was about 3 days back in mid-May.
Wow. Now, are you tapping the trees and pouring maple out of them now? I thought that came like in the fall.
No. You're wrong. I
usually am. When does it happen?
In the spring.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, mid-March through mid-April normally is our season. We only get about 5 weeks of season. That's all we get.
So what goes on now? What are you doing these days now on the old maple tree farm?
Well, there's not a whole lot to do. I mean, maples are wild trees. Nobody ever plants them because it takes 40 to 50 years of growing before they're big enough to use. So it's not hardly practical to plant them. We use the wild ones, and we can go and improve a sugar bush. And we can work with our tubing systems, which hang in the woods year-round. But other than that, the only time you can work towards sugaring is right in spring when sap is running.
So does it get all plugged up like if you got the tubing systems out there? Does it get all clogged and you got to go like steam them out or something, or does it stay pretty clear?
No. You're thinking maybe thick stuff coming out of the trees. And the answer is no, you don't put your stack of pancakes right in under the spout.
Tell us about that. There is processing, isn't there?
Yeah, they'd end up pretty soggy. What comes out of the tree we call sap, and sap is just like water. It's not sticky, and it's one drop at a time, drip, 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 and it's only 2% sugar content. And so what we have to do is to boil it down and get rid of most of the water.
Now, Burr, I'm guessing that you must produce enough maple syrup to sell throughout the year.
Well, it's a fairly low production per tree by old standards. When we used to hang buckets, it was we'd hope to get 1 quart of maple syrup out of each tap hole. Ooh. And most trees get 1 tap hole put in them. So that's 1 quart of syrup per tree.
That's it, huh?
Yeah, it takes 40 gallons of sap to make 1 gallon of syrup.
Now, how many trees do you have?
We've got over 3,000, a little over 3,000 on this place, which isn't huge. I've got friends who tap 70,000 trees.
Oh, wow. Boy. So there's no shortage of maple syrup. It just takes a lot of trees, right?
Well, depends on the year. We have years that are pretty bad, so it's totally up to the weather.
Can we, syrup up and, get those pancakes and those flapjacks out there and laden them, or should we, be worried about not using too much?
Well, this year there seems to be a pretty good supply.
Good.
So, it's a small part of the world where syrup is made, and so we do have to really hustle to fill a whole world market.
And do you have your own brand name? If we're looking for your maple syrup, is it under the Morse Farm label?
Yes, Morse Farm, and you won't find it in stores out your way because we're not a big enough outfit to put it in stores, but we do have a secure website and an 800 number, so people call here or order online, and they come here and get it over the counter.
Burr, I hate to be kind of blunt, but might as well go ahead and be blunt. There really is no comparison between the the artisanal product that you produce and what we might find in some of our the massive retailers
like
across the
country. Butterworth, I think, is what Paul said.
Well,
even more blunt than I was.
The traditional expression is apples and oranges, but I'm going to modify that a little bit and say apples and rotten eggs.
Oh
wow.
It's perfect. Very blunt.
Names. Wait a second, we got Burr Morse there. What's the difference? What are you talking about there? What's stinky about Mrs. Butterworth here? Go for it.
Well, it's no relationship to a maple tree. It's got the word maple on it. because there's a product in it called maple flavoring, which God only knows what it is or who makes it or what it's made out of. It's got to be, I don't know what, a combination of chemicals or something. So look for, if you want maple syrup, look for the word pure.
Pure is the key. Oh, now that's what I love about this show. Now we're learning one thing today. When you get maple syrup, look for it that says pure maple syrup, right?
Yes. Yes, and if you see a product labeled maple flavored syrup, well, look at the list of ingredients, and chances are you'll see no pure maple syrup. It's a maple flavoring, which again is not maple.
Well, not to pick on her, but that poor Mrs. Butterworth, not only can she not defend herself, but they actually put her in a wax museum and then made models of her in the bottle. So that's like this poor lady is not able to speak for herself now. So where can we find yours? What's the website for Morse Farm Maple Syrup? MORSE. What's the website?
It's just the 3 W's and Morse Farm, which is one word, .com. MorseFarm.com.
You have that little New England accent there where you could be eating some of that Pepperidge Farm kind of stuff with Morse Farms. I like that. MORSE, MorseFarm.com. Is that right?
That's right. One farm, MorseFarm.com.
All right, and we can order right there on the website, right?
Absolutely.
All right, this is the best segment of the show today. I'm loving this right now, and the word that we want to look for when we're going for maple syrup, everybody, is the word pure. Burr Morris, we want to have you back again. Enjoy your summer if there's another couple of days there, and we'll talk to you again in a few months, okay?
Thanks a lot, you guys.
Hey, you're welcome. MorseFarm.com is the website. Straight ahead, we continue on What's Cooking Today. CRN